in my philosophy, folks, or anyone that's been watching our YouTube content, you'll know my philosophy for 99% of contracts that you're going to go out there and win, whether you're a prime or a sub, whether you are an independent contractor or you're like a new contractor, you've been doing this for a while. We want to find opportunities as far ahead of the solicitation as possible. A solicitation is when the government puts out something called a request for proposal or a request for quote. That's when you actually write a proposal, submit it, and the government says, hey, yay or nay, and you win the contract, right? That's not where, again, 99% of people selling to the government, that is not where you are starting. That's at the end of the process. So people that understand how to win contracts start as far ahead of that as possible in something called the market research phase. So we are finding opportunities like a sources sought. That's when the government's just putting out, something saying, hey, I have money and a requirement, and I have a bunch of questions about how I'm going to put this on contract. So it could be someone asked a question about training. It could be for training. And it might be like, hey, businesses, my name is Lieutenant Colonel Rick Howard, and we have funding and a requirement for cybersecurity training or AI training. And I just need to understand like these 5 questions and like, what are your best practices? And that's where you have the opportunity to say, hey, Lieutenant Colonel Howard, I've been doing training for 10 years and my best practices are A, X, Y, and Z. And by the way, whoever you hire should probably have these certifications and maybe this past performance. And if you're on a contract vehicle like GSA, hey, you could award this on GSA. There's a lot you could pack in there. And you'd be surprised how much of that can end up in the solicitation, meaning the request for proposal. And if it does, when that comes out, because you engaged early, it might say,